Hi, I'm Tracy, and this is my review of the HoodMan Liveview kit. Today's topics is the price, then who benefits the most from using the device, the components and features, attaching a camera, optics, and of course, pros and cons. And then we're going to go to my opinions and other less expensive options. So who benefits most from using the Liveview kit? I think it's a videographer. For the photographer can look through the eyepiece and you can get good stabilization by placing your arms in and the eyepiece and the camera up against your face. And so you get good stabilization and you can get for your images. Videographers, on the other hand, if you're holding your camera out like this and doing photography, you have a lot of chance to get a shaky video. Which this is the whole reason that I bought this thing, was so that I could bring this up, have 3-point stabilization, my arms and against my eye, and then go ahead and shoot my image. Now this does allow me to keep it more stable. So I think the videographer is the one who benefits most from using this. What I do have here is the items that are inside. It comes in 2 pieces. This is the HoodMan Liveview kit. And as you can see, it comes with a loupe that has an eye cup on it. It has a diopter right here, so you can adjust that. I'll show you that in a little bit. And then you have the base plate. This is the base plate that goes onto your camera body. There's a screw here that goes into the camera's tripod mount. It's a standard screw. It's a nice screw. It's got the little handle that you can pull on it, so you don't have to pull out a coin or a screwdriver every time you want to tighten it down. Very, very nice. These are the anti-rotation arms on here, and they adjust if you flip it over. And there's 2 screws, one here for this side, and then when I flip this over, and there's another hex screw on this side. And that allows you to adjust it to your camera. So when you screw this into the camera, it's not on one pivot point. This part of it is the quick release system to fit, and it just slides right in. Once you have it positioned where you want it, you just tighten it down. This is the hood and loupe and L bracket. Got the hood, the loupe, diopter, eyepiece, and the double L bracket. This is HoodMan's loupe and L bracket mechanism. And as you can see, you've got a screw here that you can adjust the height of the loupe. And this adjusts going in up against your camera, so this fits snugly up against your camera's monitor. This L bracket, this one, fits into the quick release mechanism, which is right here on the back of the camera bracket. And so you just slide them together. On the bottom of the bracket, you have an adjustment Allen key here, and this will give you your horizontal movement left and right to line up with your camera's monitor. So I just took this kit off my 5D and I'm putting it on my 6D. The 6D is a little bit smaller, so what I want to do is I want to take the screws on the bottom of the base plate for these two arms here, and I want to loosen them up a little bit so that I can move them back and forth. So now they're both loose, as you can. Going to take the tripod screw, whatever you call this, connecting screw to the back of your camera, and I'm going to turn the D-ring until it's tight, a little bit tight. Make sure that this edge of the bracket is lined up and is flat with your camera. And if this has a monitor, it's not going to be exactly flat, but you want it perpendicular so that you have a nice square fit and everything works properly. You don't want to tighten the D screw down just yet because we need to adjust these arms. If you tighten it down, it'll lock those screws up against the camera. And you see how easily that fits? Just like that. And then I'll just snug it down. Same thing on this side. Move it back a little bit. Make sure it's still square. And then tighten this arm down. So these anti-twist arms are now locked into place, so this thing will not rotate after I tighten this down really firmly. And we're locked into place. And that's how quick it is to set this up on another camera. Very quick. Just do this at home before you go out to take your shoot, and you'll be good to go. Just don't forget to put the Allen screw back in this little holder, which is right here. It has a little spring in it, so you can push it in, and it locks on this little device here. So you always have your Allen key with you. I want you to see that this does not cover up my camera buttons. What it does limit is access to your touchscreen monitor. If you're using the HoodMan Loupe mechanism, you have to take the Loupe part off, set it aside to access your touchscreen or to flip out your monitor in case you want to take a shot from a low angle or low position. And of course, our biggest problem is the glare, which you can clearly see here, and the HoodMan Loupe takes care of all that glare. But I don't know how you would attach it to the flip out monitor. There are some hoods that go over these things, but there's a square one that would work for this because you have to be moving your monitor back and forth. But not with the HoodMan because it's designed differently. This is the diopter, and it lets you adjust for focus, the plus and minus 3. And you do that by just rotating the outer knob on this. And you adjust your focus. I wanted to show you how I shot this video so that you understand and can believe what I put on the screen here. So I used the HoodMan box as my model and shot these images. Camera 1 shot the image of the box. Camera 2 will shoot through the HoodMan Loupe so that you can see the type of images that you're going to get. This image is from camera 1's monitor without anything on it, so you can see how sharp the image is. This image, on the other hand, is shot through the HoodMan Loupe. And as you can see, we have a lot of sharpness fall off. So this clip is shooting right through the HoodMan Loupe, and you can see the edge-to-edge sharpness isn't quite as nice as I'd like it to be. So let's talk pros and cons for a second. The LiveView kit is very well built, easy to install, and it does eliminate the glare, which is key. On the negative side, it's very expensive. I think for $170 almost, it's pretty expensive. It's cumbersome, especially if you use a telephoto lens. I use a 70 to 200 and a 100 to 400 when I'm filming, and it's just so awkward. It's dangling from your neck strap. It's just very awkward to use. What I'd like you to look at now is this is my first loupe that I ever bought from HoodMan. I bought it many years ago, but it works very, very well. And it's Typically I use this for post-processing. After I've shot the image, I would use this to look and make sure everything's in focus to see if I needed to reshoot the picture. It was not made for videos. We didn't have videos back then on our 35mm cameras. However, what I have done, I'm going to take a camera, to put it on take this camera and attach it. 2 rubber bands tied together. Watch this. See if we can get this up here. Flip one around the diopter, wrap it around the front of the camera, like so. Put it like this, adjust it, and guess what? I'm ready to shoot. $89 plus 2 rubber bands, a lot cheaper than the LiveView kit. And if you think the rubber band's funny, HoodMan actually sells a professional rubber band for, I think it's $19.95. There's options out there other than the HoodMan Loupe. There's hoods. There's other Loupe mechanisms out there, or you could get a monitor, and that's going to need a hood also. I use a monitor when I'm shooting flag football. So here are some options that you have. Starting out at $7 and change for a hood mechanism that'll cover up your monitor screen and block the glare. Anyhow, there's a lot of options out there. Feel free to pause the video and then go look for the product and see which ones you would like to buy. I really appreciate you watching the video. Please like and subscribe to the video. As far as I'm concerned, the optics are the most important feature of the LiveView kit because I like to manually focus. I can't get a sharp enough image through the LiveView kit to manually focus. I have to depend on my autofocus on the camera. As far as my comments go on this, I would have to say that I wouldn't purchase it again. I'm kind of disappointed with the optics on it. It's my fault. Didn't test it until the 30-day return policy had run out with the store that I bought it from. Otherwise, I would have returned it, and you would not have seen this video. But I kept it. I'm not telling you not to buy a HoodMan Loupe, either one of them, the kit or the individual Loupe. The only thing that I can say about it is make sure that the company you purchase it from has a good return policy so that you can get out in the field and try it out and make sure that it works for you. Doesn't work for me. That doesn't mean anything. Also, I could have gotten a defective Loupe because it doesn't focus sharp side to side. I don't know. I'd love to hear your comments if you own one or if you get one so that I can see if your Loupe is as bad as mine. I would really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. It'll help me with the algorithm. Thank you for watching and come back for my next video.